Good morning, everybody, course participants. Bonjour tout le monde. The course is online course on designing and implementing policies that promote the nexus between peace, security, and development to accelerate the implementation of the SDGs in Africa. I would like to begin by expressing special appreciation to the Office of the Special Advisor on Africa, OSA, United Nations Office of the High Representative for the Least Developed Countries, Landlocked Developing Countries, and Small Island Developing States, OHRLLS, the Economic Community for Africa, the African Institute for Economic Development and Planning, ECA, EDEP, with the sponsorship of the UN Peace and Development Trust Fund, which is actually coming from China. All these people have teamed up to put this online course together to help stakeholders gain better perspectives of the role of the nexus between peace/security and development in policy design and implementation for promoting sustainable development in Africa. I am Professor Babafemi Adeshino Badejo, your course director. Dr. Gaston Gohu is the co-course director, and Ms. Dan Ensaya is the course tutor. In this online course, we will not only be learning about theoretical knowledge and aspects of policy design, but also gain capacity for implementation of policies that promote the nexus between peace, security, and development to ultimately drive progress on the move towards better respective country performances on achieving the sustainable development goals. Some background to the issues. A quick background look shows major barriers to achieving the Sustainable Development Goals by 2030 and the AU Agenda 2063. Conflict-prone and fragile states in Africa also accounts poorly when it comes to meeting global development goals. Hitherto, national, sub-regional, regional, and global approaches to conflict has been more of a silo-based intra- and interstate focused effort. The different pillars for progress have been pursued as if they are alone in our respective countries. The Nexus approach is to address this shortcoming and gear our thinking towards the complex interlinkages among pillars of progress. Our approach in this course will also make us appreciate the foundational situations within which progress in society is being sought. The close interlinkages among peace/security, development, human rights, and humanitarian affairs for more cooperation focused, if not integrated, and systematic approaches to development is now being appreciated. With the adoption of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development and the African Union Agenda 2063, all member states have recognized the need to integrate the nexus between peace, security, humanitarian affairs, and human rights and sustainable development in their development framework. The UNECA commissioned studies on the interlinkages of the 4 pillars of peace stroke security, human rights, humanitarianism, and development for West, Central, East, South, and North Africa, respectively. OSA, the Office of the Special Advisor for Africa, with support from the benefactors earlier mentioned, also commissioned an Africa-wide study. This online course is thus an effective, quick follow-up on the appreciation and implementation of the interlinkages. Course objectives. Generally, the course aims to strengthen the capacity of African policymakers to design and implement policies that promote the nexus between peace, security, human rights, humanitarian affairs, and development for an accelerated implementation of the Sustainable Development Goals. Specific objectives include: the course will raise awareness on the nexus, peace, security, development, and its implications towards implementation of the SDGs and Agenda 2063. The course will also provide the rationale and evidence on the need to adopt an integrated approach in policy design and implementation along the nexus with a view to accelerate the implementation of the SDGs and Agenda 2063, especially SDG 17. The course will provide scenarios to display best practices from Africa and around the world, as well as challenges to implementing such an integrated approach between peace, security, and development, humanitarian, and human rights. The course will also provide the tools to reinforce an integrated approach in policy design and implementation along the nexus peace, security, development, and prosperity. Finally, the course will explore policy making, mid and long-term planning, as well as budgeting tools that can help design integrated approach on the nexus. Expected outcomes. At the end of the course, participants will have an enhanced understanding of the role of the nexus between peace, security, and development, humanitarian and human rights on the implementation of the Sustainable Development Goals and Agenda 2063. An outcome will also be to strengthen capacity on planning and budget preparation tools that will promote an integrated approach and the peace, security, and development nexus to achieve sustainable development. An enhanced understanding of fiscal frameworks and tools that could help facilitate mobilization of resources, domestic and foreign, for development financing. An improved knowledge on the drivers of peace and stability, including equitable and inclusive access to public services, social services, employment opportunities, and social infrastructure and environmental sustainability. An expected outcome will be improved knowledge about the importance of coherence, coordination, and communication among the various departments and ministries for an integrated approach on the nexus. An outcome will be to understand best practices and lessons learned to identify key issues and conducive environment for optimizing the fiscal policy to promote Africa's peace and security, as well as equitable, inclusive, and sustainable development. The course contents. We shall be focusing on following issues in the course as detailed in the 6 modules that you will go through. Conceptual and definitional issues, understanding the nexus among peace, security, development, humanitarian, and human rights dimensions. Operationalizing and mainstreaming the humanitarian peace/security and development nexus into policies and strategies in Africa. Strengthen the capacity of African countries to design and implement policies that promote the nexus between peace, humanitarian work, development, and human rights for an accelerated implementation of the SDGs. Training manual on strengthening the capacity of African countries to design and implement policies that promote the nexus between peace, humanitarian work, development, and human rights for an accelerated implementation of the SDGs. The G5 Sahel report, OHCHR project supporting the G5 Sahel joint force with implementation of the human rights and international humanitarian law compliance framework. The course is composed of 6 modules. Module 1, Introduction to the Nexus. Module 2, the Nexus in Practice, Case Studies. Module 3, Transboundary Problems, the Sahel and Northern Mozambique. Module 4, New Findings on the Nexus. Module 5, Challenges in Implementing the Nexus and Emergent Issues. Module 6, Advancing with the Interlinkages, Action Points and Recommendations. Pedagogical approach. The course will run as an interactive online course in line with the EDEP and ECA pedagogical philosophy in collaboration with OSA and UNOHRLLS. The presentation of the course modules will combine a knowledge building component with experience-based case studies and practical hands-on techniques designed to impart core skills. Each module is accompanied by course materials and additional reading materials, which contain a number of exercises aimed at measuring the depth of understanding of participants and quizzes, the key messages delivered, and their readiness to apply the knowledge gained and skills acquired to be able to engage independently in problem identification and solving. In addition, participants will, in collaboration, go through some case study analysis to broaden their knowledge. Thank you, Professor Babafemi A. Badejo. Merci beaucoup. Merci infiniment, tout le monde.